Lesbians and Gays Support the Miners, LGSM, was an alliance of lesbian and gay men who supported the National Union of Mine Workers during the year-long strike of 1984 to 1985. By the end of the strike, 11 different LGSM groups had emerged throughout the UK, and the London group alone raised £22,500 by 1985, equivalent to 70,000 in 2020. During the strike, the Thatcher administration sequestered the funds of the National Union of Miners, NUM, meaning that it was pointless for supporters of the strike to send donations to the National Union. Instead, support groups throughout the UK were encouraged to twin directly with the various mining communities in England, Scotland, and Wales. Among these organizations, the LGSM was formed by Communist Party of Great Britain activist Mark Ashton and his friends after the two men collected donations for the miners in 1984. In the 1984 lesbian and gay pride march in London. The London LGSM group met and fundraised in numerous locations, including the Gays the Word bookshop. The group grew rapidly and moved out of the Gays the Word to a larger venue, the Fallen Angel, a gay pub in Graham District. The London group was twinned with the Nelth Delius and the Swansea Valley Miners Support Group. In November 1984, a group of lesbians broke away from the LGSM to form a separate group, Lesbians Against Pit Closures. Although some lesbians remained active in the LGSM campaign rather than joining the women's only group. In addition to raising approximately £22,500 for families who were on strike, they were reciprocal visits. The large single fundraising event that the LGSM organized was the Pits and Perverts benefit concert, which was held in the Eclectic Ballroom of Camden Town, London on December 10th, 1984. The event was headlined by Bronski Beat and its lead singer Jimmy Somerville. The title of the benefit is claimed by many to have organized as a headline in the British tabloid The Sun, but remains unproven. The alliances which the campaign forged between the lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender community and the British labor groups proved to be an important turning point in the progression of the LGBT issues in the United Kingdom. Minor labor groups began to support, endorse, and participate in various gay pride events throughout the UK, including leading London's Lesbian and Gay Pride Parade in 1985. Additionally, at the 1985 Labour Party conference in Bournemouth, a resolution committing the party to the support of the LGBT rights was passed due to block voting support from the National Union of Miner Workers. The miners' groups were also among the most outspoken allies of the LGBT community in the 1988 campaign against Section 28. An archive of the London's group work is kept at the People's History Museum in Manchester, England. It includes the minutes of the weekly meetings, correspondences, press cuttings, publicity materials, enamel badges, photographs, and the group's banner. The London's group's alliance with the Welsh mining village of Onwally is dramatized in the 2014 film Pride, which was directed by Matthew Warchus. Several of the surviving group members participated in the film's promotion. In 2015, following the film's release, the surviving members of the organization held 30th anniversary reunion to raise funds for the Mark Ashton Fund, an HIV/AIDS charitable fund administered by the Terrence Higgins Trust. The group was chosen to lead the 2015 Birmingham Pride Parade in recognition of their historic status. They also were slated to lead the 2015 Pride Parade in London, but withdrew in favor of marching further back in the parade after organizers refused to allow other affiliate groups, such as trade union constituents, to march intermittently alongside the LGSM. They also accepted invitations to the 2015 Pride March in Dunnery, Doncaster, Newcastle upon Tyne, Sunderland, Norwich, Liverpool Pride, Belfast, and Leeds Pride. The LGSM announced on October 9th, 2015, that the group would wind down as a current campaigning force, saying that they did not want to become an LGBT version of the British Legion. The group elected 4 original core members to carry out the legacy of the group onwards. These were Mike Jackson, who was the secretary, Dave Lewis, who was the press officer, Martin Goodsell, and Brett Harron, both treasurers. The remit of the 4 is to continue fundraising by selling merchandise, t-shirts, badges, the book Pride, etc., respond to speaker requests, develop and maintain the website, and to attend directly. Related minor legacy events such as the Durham Miners Gala, the Legacy Group gained the approval and the substantial majority of the former members in supporting the Jerry Corbyn as Labour leader in August 2016. Pride the book. The group was approached in 2016 by UK publisher John Blake Books to produce the book about the LGSM, and they accepted. Author Tim Tate was chosen. He made an extensive audio recording of the original members of the LGSM and the mining families and the activists that they twinned within South Wales. These verbatim interviews are woven together with the author's explanatory narrative. The book was published in 2017 by John Blake. It's available in both paperback and digital. So what made this so absolutely amazing is the fact that being gay and lesbian in the UK during this time period was still very much taboo, and in certain districts you could still be imprisoned for immorality or just being homosexual. So the fact that this group banded together and twinned with this mining group really was a substantial thing. And, you know, back before all this happened, there was a lot of opposition between the mining group and the gays and lesbians. They really didn't want to accept help from those type of people. But as their families were, like, literally starving and their houses were becoming foreclosed on and their whole way of life was coming to an end because of the Thatcher administration and all the, like, implications that were happening at that time, and the fact that they were at a year-long strike, it was one of those damned if you do, damned if you don't situations. And so it took some time to build that trust and that rapport with the GLSM to get that like kind of barrel rolling and getting everything situated. And it wasn't until the gay the gays and the lesbian community came together and really started like making a fuss about it and raising all of this money, that it was like, oh shit, you guys are doing us a solid. Let us, go ahead and reciprocate by like helping you out with some of your community's issues. And so it was a very reluctant thing for the miners to get together and like present at the very first Pride. I think that took place in like 85 is when the miners got together and they started marching in that Pride parade. And prior to that, within the mining community itself, they like had a lot of falling out and a lot of harsh words were spoken to each other because that whole stereotypical like, well, you are who you associate with. The miners didn't want to be associating or like having that association with being gay or lesbian. And so it was also a huge step forward in gay lesbian rights because now you have your first major union backing you. And it was because of some of that union backing that a lot of the LGBT laws got passed there in the UK. So this is like seriously historic, and the movie Pride does an amazing job of explaining this and like showing you some of the details that went into it and like the hardships that both sides faced and the opposition that both sides faced as well. So this is, even though it's not an American story, it is an LGBT history story, and I really do hope that you go and check out that movie. You should be able to find it on Amazon. I know for a little while there they were showing it on Netflix. I'm not sure if it's still there or not, but just Google search Pride the movie and take a look at it. So I hope this has been informative. Leave any questions, comments, concerns you have in the comment section down below, and I will talk to you all later. Bye, guys.